Oh, I told you the story about the jabón sote, right? I fucked up. It's because I didn't know that jabón sote was a thing. Like, I didn't know it was a brand. So, like...
I'm surprised they sell it here.
They do. At Walmart.
I
didn't know that. It was when I was going to clean my traje. And I told Paco, I was like, hey, wait, you don't know, like, a good way to, like, clean your traje? And he's like, wait, nomás vas a la Walmart y agarras un jabonzote. And I'm like, jabonzote, huh? So I thought he meant, like, a big-ass fucking soap.
Like a brick?
Yeah, like, shit. I really thought that. And then one time I went to the store and I was, I couldn't find anything that was big like that. And then I saw that there was a soap that said sote. So he was saying like jabón sote.
Yeah.
Not like jabón sote, fucking big ass soap. So I real fucked up right there.
That's good marketing.
Yeah, I mean, fooled me.
Is sote like seta o te?
Sote. Zodi, papa sote.
Zote.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to CharroBeans podcast, a Mariachi podcast where we talk about mariachi and stuff. Hey, Victor.
Is this episode 94?
This is episode 95. That's what I was looking at my phone for, and I already fucking forgot.
Trash.
Yeah, 95. Look
Got
at
it.
that.
Yeah.
Sheesh. We're getting into September, getting into the ninth month of the year, which means that we are closing in on the end of the year pretty soon. When is the weather change? I don't remember exactly.
Around October? No?
I don't know.
I don't know, bro.
Because it's going to start getting darker.
One day it's just like cold.
That's what I like, though. I love the time of cold, because not even cold, just when it goes from summer to autumn.
So like fall.
Yeah. Like just that time period. I like it because everything is like literally switching. Like it feels like you're going into like if your life was a movie, that's like that transition point. You know what I mean? Like
it's like the sweet spot.
Yeah, it's no longer hot. The vibe outside changes. You wake up in the morning and there's that little bit of dew on things, like a little layer of dew everywhere.
I think spring is my favorite season.
Fuck that.
It's not.
What do you have to look forward to in the spring?
Isn't the spring the same thing as fall? It's like a transition phase.
Not in Texas.
But it's not bad.
It's like cold and then it goes into storms. That's what the spring is.
When I pictured spring, I thought it was like the leaves come back, the flowers bloom.
Which they do.
And then summer is like 100+ degrees.
Yeah.
For like, what is it? How long is summer? Like 4 months?
Summer technically starts like, I want to say like May, and then ends like September. By October, it starts to like change a little bit, and I like that. I like that we have seasons here.
You
know what I mean?
You have seasons everywhere.
I meant like if you live in a different part of America, I feel like you don't have as many seasons. Like it could be Christmas morning in Florida,
living like all the way up north or all the way south.
That's what I'm saying. Like in Florida, you could be waking up on Christmas morning and it's like 80 degrees. Like here, you wake up and it's Christmas and it could possibly be snowing, or it could be like really, really cold. Because I want to be inside. I want to be all cute and shit, like in my pajamas, like here doing nothing because it's cold outside. That's my favorite thing in the world.
I think Mexico is the spot where it's like perfect weather.
Who?
Almost. I think Mexico is the one with the good spot now.
What do you mean?
Like it's not too north or too south, like, because that's what I hear. Like if you hear people talk like about Mexico, it's like they're always like it's always their city too, or maybe they're just like hyping it up. Like Don Mike, we came back from Guanajuato.
Yeah,
he was like, no, ya estaba bien. It was never hot, it was never cold. It was like always like really good weather.
I wonder how he lives over there. Did we talk about this? Well,
he says he goes to a rancho.
Because like Don Mike, I feel like he just lives a completely different life every time he goes over there. Like, cause
it's like I forgot his name. It's not Kevin.
Kevin Hart?
Steve? No.
Steve?
From The Office.
Stanley?
Stanley.
Okay.
Like whenever they went to Florida,
Or where he's wilding out.
He rented a Camaro.
Yeah. I mean, because the mic kind of has that type of vibe, where I feel like over there he does get drunk. He, on the he actually drinks.
He talks about he's like, no, mariachi cruda.
I'm like, you the mic?
¿Y por qué no con nosotros?
I was like,
oh, he did it once. Once
he?
or twice. Oh, the one I remember the most is El Día de la Virgen. We played at a warehouse. Not a warehouse, but it looked like a warehouse. Que tocamos afuera un poquito, and then we went inside. It was like no me acuerdo si era como un warehouse or like a barn.
Okay.
Type of thing. And
yeah.
And we walked in, and then like I looked back, and the mic's like Victor, ¿no quieres un vampiro? And I'm like, yo? He's like, and he's making himself one. So I'm like, no, it's because I'm pinche frío, Pa que te. And I'm like, yes, please, it's never like it's a very rare time that you get to drink with on mic.
Yeah.
So it was kind of like cool. Like
it's like a cherished moment.
Because I turn around and he's like mixing like the shit. What is a vampiro? It's that.
It's I don't even know. It's red though.
Es hornitos with the vampiro bottle, right? Isn't that what it's called? It's a red bottle.
Is that why it's called vampiro? Because of the mix?
I think so. Because it makes it look red, so it makes it look like blood.
I don't know, but the one that I've tasted, it wasn't that good. So I just get like palomas in Mexico, which I did this year when I went. I got palomas like in a little jarrito. I felt like one of those adults. But even then, I was still thinking like, this isn't sweet enough. Like, quiero más soda. Just give me a squirt and then dale un chorrito de tequila. Tequila. Bro, it's because I can't speak, bro. Like, I told you, like, it's hard to talk in a podcast because you got to talk. You got to like talk. But then you got to mix that level of, I'm always very self-conscious of my mumbling because I mumble a lot. If you don't know what mumble means, it's basically like when you're
penguin from Happy Feet.
What? I've never seen Happy Feet.
The main penguin is Mumble.
Well, okay. Well, was it because of the way he talks?
It's because he can't sing.
Oh, okay. Well, mumbling is just when you connect all your words like all together. There's never any like distinction between the words, so
there's
it's
no
just
beginning or ending. It's just
you just like and then it's also when you don't open your mouth as much, so you're just kind of like I'm talking like this, and it never sounds like anything. Like I'm very self-conscious about it because I know that like that's how I talk sometimes, and I just expect that the person's gonna understand me. When they don't, I feel bad. I'm like, damn, estoy bien pendejo.
I know I fucked up when I say something. They're like,
they give you the face, or like.
Yeah, or it's just like quiet.
Yeah,
like,
say it again.
I'm like, here it goes.
Yeah. I don't know.
Who takes it?
I'm like, not important, bro. It's just my wife.
Ah, okay.
No, but this is episode 95. 5 more episodes and we get to 100. We're very excited because I mean, like I said, 95 episodes isn't easy. I filled up a whole terabyte a couple episodes ago, but a whole terabyte of episodes, everything CharroBeans related, which was, all the filmed episodes, all that put together, all the recordings. If one day YouTube dies and, Amazon takes over or something, that way there's a place to upload, everything that's there. But I filled up a whole terabyte, which blows my mind a little bit how we can put stuff on the internet and it just doesn't run out, like, of memory or whatever. Like, there's literally like thousands and thousands and thousands of terabytes or whatever being like uploaded, like I don't know, like every minute or every hour. I don't know what the hell.
Every second.
But 95 episodes of this little podcast we got here. So we appreciate you coming back.
Thank you.
I'm like, you're welcome. Hopefully you guys have been having some pretty good work, pretty good experiences in Mariachi. We have kind of, I guess you could say, we've been working.
Yeah.
We worked a lot this week. I think we had
I want more. I need money.
Yeah. Victor's selling himself. We're giving him. He'll do anything for $5.
I'm like.
They call you the $5 footlong. Oh shit!
It's 5.5. Right? No.
Damn. No, $5 footlong, bro.
I lost my ruler. No,
te presto la mía, güey.
I'm like, what's the mark that? 7. Like,
I'm like, now you just be.
I know you're lying. Take it out.
Yeah, exactly. You see, if you guys are coming back, yeah. So we've been working pretty consistently the last couple of weeks, which is good. You know, like as honestly, like I said, it's rough. We're getting into the end of the year. What are we like fiscally? Fiscally, we're getting to the end of the year, which means that most of the year's already finished. So we're just kind of like trucking along here now. School has started for me, so I'm getting pretty busy as far as that goes. But I mean, everything's been going smooth so far.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I'm looking at what we have for work next week because.
Well, I mean, September's coming up, new month, and we kind of get the calendar updated like by a monthly status.
3 hours
right now.
Cinco media,
you know,
media, siete media.
Were you here back then when Arturo didn't have
Five
this,
and a half.
he didn't have the calendar?
Yeah,
because that was the worst.
I tried to get him to do a group chat.
Which we have that now.
Yeah, we have that now.
Yeah.
I think Paco started it.
Like,
kind of like to fuck around.
On WhatsApp?
Yeah, kind of like to fuck around.
Yeah,
like, he sent us like some stupid shit.
Some memes.
And then it turned into official. Like, Arturo started using it to be like, charros esta hora.
It's like the communication central, like HQ.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is useful because, I mean, that's what helps in a mariachi communication.
Yeah. And then I think we did try to get him to do a calendar. But he said it was too complicated. I remember him to be like, nah, esas mamás pa' qué, güey. Like, ustedes no son jefes.
Yeah.
Which that's fair.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, it's just before when I worked at another job, like I would always have to ask, you know, like what time are we meeting this Saturday? What time are we going to be going to this specific gig and this and that? And it was I know I was annoying as fuck, like because I know every week I was like, hey boss, so que tenemos, you know, on Saturday, you know, like, and
it was like.
Yeah, so he has to like text it out to me, and I know I wasn't the only one. I know the calendar now that so when I say calendar, I mean we have like a app on Google, the Google Calendar, and there you can add. I know a lot of groups that do this. They add their gigs to it. That way, like all the members have a schedule of events basically, so you know what it is that you're doing. Because I mean, you don't really realize, but like right now we have a lot of structure in the group. So when you go play with like another group that's not as structured. Like it makes me like very appreciative of what we have right now because you could go to a place and then with a gig you can go gig with a group and then what happens is that you don't know what the schedule's looking like, so it's like 3 a.m. You're like, oh, like we're finally going home, right? And they're like, no, like todavía nos quedan 2 horas, wait, no mames, like what, like avisa cabrón, like like if I didn't know, like now I'm screwed, like I'm playing till like super late.
Yeah, but then Choi came in, and then I guess he explained in a way that Arturo was like, okay, that makes sense.
Makes sense.
Yeah, because he's the one that started.
Which was really helpful, honestly.
Yeah.
Because now at least we can see what it is that we can kind of plan your life around it. Because I mean, at the end of the day, mariachi takes up a big chunk of that. Like
just like a day.
No.
Day or two.
Counting Thursday and Friday.
Okay, that's like en la tarde.
I mean, plantas are plantas, dude. They still take time. And then especially when we be playing like super late night, and now that I wake up at 7, which you sent me a snap today, like at 8 a.m. eating breakfast.
Yeah, because I have class at 9.
I know, but like, your life is all together, like,
really
like, bro, like just the fact that, like, because I saw your plate and it was like rice and eggs and veggies, and I was like, no mames, este way is out here eating good, like good, like not like good like bad, but like good, like it's good for you. You know what I mean?
It's really not hard because I have a steamer, so I just put like the veggies in there and like they get steamed. Like the rice, I just make it like the day before.
It's because it was just funny because when you sent me that snap, I opened it in bed, like barely creeping open my eyes, and I'm like, this fool here eating a whole meal right now, like it should trip me out because I'm like, I know I wasn't gonna eat, like I was just gonna get up and go, So I was like, I'm over here, like, just like living. I was on E, bro, like, y me fui, y eso que fui al baño, so I was like even less on E, way, salió todo. So I mean, but that's wild, dude. That's good. I mean, so you've been paying attention to like your meals a little bit.
I haven't eaten all day.
Other than that,
yeah. Well, no, I ate like at 6.
And you went to the gym today, right?
Yeah.
Too. So why? How?
Well, I have that
How are
4-hour
you?
class I told you,
I guess.
and then I have another class,
Yeah.
and then I want to work out, but I can't work out if I eat
Yeah.
because then I have to wait, and then I have the podcast right now, so I'm
Yeah.
like, I might as well sacrifice a little bit.
Yeah.
I bought a Rice Krispie IQT, and then like,
That shit hit.
yeah,
All that sugar and the carbs, like, no, but that's good, man. I mean, I'm glad that
starving.
you're out here working out and doing
No, tú
good.
también, güey.
Yo, ¿por
Échale,
qué?
échale ganas.
Nah, dude.
You're being a teacher, bro.
bro, literally.
I remember the time when Sammy, like, I think I wanted to be a teacher in high school.
I think everybody who plays mariachi honestly
Yeah.
wants to do that.
That's why I didn't want to do
eventually,
music, because that's the only thing you can do with I mean, not to bash any educator, but like, basically I wanted to be a teacher, right? De mariachi,
Yeah.
quién sabe qué. And I remember like Sammy being like, bro, I could never be a fucking teacher. Like, I hate these fucking kids. Oh, no,
I didn't say it like that, but
but I remember you being like, I don't like teaching like beginners, cause like
Yeah.
I don't know how to tell them like play it right, you know.
Yeah.
And
That's the hardest.
I think you told me that because you were at Texas State. I think
Was it
it
when
was
I
for like
s-
something. I think it's called All Region. No, whenever we get together like on a Saturday, we kind of rehearse all day like some songs.
Was it here or was it over there?
One of them was here, cause I remember we were at
It was
because
the
I always have it like
spectacular?
at not spec. Well, it starts at Extravaganza, right in Northside, but we go to like
Chimotec?
it's not Trimbotech.
Dude,
It's those guys with the purple suit. It's like a black suit, but they have like purple outline, or purple is the secondary color. Palomita went there.
Pascal?
Pascal. Yeah, those are purple suits, huh?
Yeah.
It's
they
like
have-
black and purple.
Well, yeah, they have like full on purple suits now, which is they're like
but
really
back
nice.
then it was like, cause
The
we had
black
suits like
ones.
that, but ours are red
Yeah,
or maroon.
Maroon, yeah. Every group here in the Fort Worth area had the same traje, except according to your school, it was just the color.
Like
Poly had orange.
The secondary color would be like your school.
Yeah, again, it's funny because my school has blue.
Yeah.
Like it's those trajes, but with blue.
And then Poly was like orange,
Yeah, orange.
and then some other group was like
Pascal was
yellow.
purple. There was yellow?
Yeah, someone was yellow.
We were just like different Power Rangers.
Yeah.
we had all the colors. Yeah.
Essentially. But anyways, where was the same with this?
So
yeah,
you
that's
were
where you were there.
Okay, so I was
And
there.
Yeah, and I remember I told you, and you're like, "Fuck these kids, bro," because Texas State was teaching.
So that's probably why I was there. So I was
Yeah.
probably was here for
Yeah.
Texas State for the workshops. Okay.
Yeah, and then you're like, "Fuck these kids," and now look at him.
Yeah, and I hear doing the thing, kind of, No, but it's funny because you bring that up because it's like, yeah, it's true. I mean, you can tell that I didn't have the intention to be a teacher because
You said fuck the kids, like
no, no, mom. I didn't even. I don't remember saying that, but if I did,
no, you only said like
I was right, bro.
You only said you like I don't have the patience or like the
No, and I
whatever.
still think that sometimes. Like, it's funny because like I said, like with my degree plan, it's not in music. I never took any music courses other than like Northside, Mariachi or middle school, and then I graduated in PR, which is not music, anything related,
or education.
So that or education. So that my degree plan and everything was geared towards doing something else. So like you say now, like now that I'm teaching, it's like I still have sometimes the same sentiment where I'm like, not fuck them kids, but like I mean like I don't necessarily know, not know, but it's harder for me to teach middle schoolers because as someone who's played for such a long time, it's like hard for me to tell a kid like just do it. You know what I mean? Like but mister, I'm not doing it right. And like your head, you have to find a way to tell your head to not say like,
Or like to explain it, like
it's hard to explain it to a kid and your head keeps telling you to tell him just do it right. Like that. And because I think we talked about this with Arturo, our boss. He said the same thing because so lately I've been asking a lot of people different like questions because I mean I want to learn more now as an educator. Like I'm trying to find out different information for different players, different things, that tendencies that they have. Maybe I can pass down to other players and stuff. Mm-hmm. So I asked Arturo that, and he said the same thing. He's like, yeah, when it comes to teaching, like I don't think I can start from the bottom anymore. Like he's just so, he said, he described it as he's so used to doing it this way that like it's hard to go back to like the very beginning.
So you're trying to tell someone how to walk.
Yeah.
Like,
like
walk,
yeah, just walk, like just one foot and then another. But then like when they can't do that, like what do you do, right? You're just like, well, like I said, bro, like one foot.
Trying to teach someone how to drive. Because if you think about it, driving is very like in
Well,
the back of your head.
yeah, once you have it down, I mean, it comes natural to you. The same thing with like a bike.
Like you're not even thinking like when you put in like the shift, which is like you need to like reverse. You're like, you already know it's like the first one.
Yeah,
You're gonna drive.
it becomes habit.
Yeah.
So to break it down, like on a teaching level or like from a level 1 base, like it's very difficult to try to explain that, because I mean you're just at a different level. Like you've gone through all of this to get here. So like now you gotta like restart. Like
you're like, me la pelan, pinches niños.
Dude, like I'm the one that's like, damn, like okay, I'll tell them and like do this. They're like, no, mister, I still can't do it. And I'm like, damn, well you got me there, bro. Like, you know, like what I get te digo, you know, like
try it.
You just have to find a different way to rephrase it. Like, did I say use your right hand and play? Yeah, so I meant use your not left hand and go down. That's what I mean. They're like, oh, now I get it. And they're like, no, I don't. I don't get it. Oh, yeah, but it's funny. So your whole thing with teaching, like, you just kind of realized you didn't want to anymore?
I like teaching because throughout I had, like, the opportunities of, like, being, like, you could call, like, a tutor or even, like, an assistant. Like, at Elder. When I was in the Valley, like, at Mike High. I forgot the other names. So I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
But like whenever like we'll rehearse for whatever competition, I'd be like, I kind of want to be the one up there, you know.
Yeah.
So I realized I just like playing more than like teaching.
Yeah.
I knew if I ever did complete that degree of like being a educator, I would get tired within like the first 10 years. You know, and I'd be like, I would be like, what's the word? I would be burned out.
Burned out, yeah.
And then you can't do anything with an education degree.
Yeah.
All you can do is teach, you know?
Yeah.
Unless you want to get your master's. But even then, like, I don't want to go back to school.
Yeah, if you're already gone this far with this degree, like, what's left, you know?
Exactly. So
I think that was my sentiment going in, too. I think now you're, like, bringing up all this old shit with me that I said back in the day. I'm like, you see what you fucking did?
Like the PTSD, bro.
Yeah.
That's what I'm here for.
I think for the longest, I think I told myself when I was going to school, because I mean, I feel like a lot of college students feel the same way. Like, say you did mariachi all of middle school, or maybe even just high school, and you like really like it. I mean, you're dedicating now like your time in college to be like, now I want to be an educator. Like that's what I'm gonna set myself to do. So you do your degree plan, you finish, and then you realize you don't like being in a classroom. So then, yeah, you could feel a little lost with that. So I think that's what scared me. Because, I mean, I liked mariachi. I loved mariachi, dude. I was fucking mariachi nerd in fucking high school, you know. So as soon as I got out, even then, though, I had the mind to be like, I don't want to do this forever. So, like, if I study this, I feel like, not that I would get burned out, but I knew that I didn't want to get sick of mariachi.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So that's why I pursued mass communications and PR, because I was like, my original plan was to work for baseball. Like that was my original plan, which is really hard to get into. What the it's hard for brown dudes to get in there, honestly. Like me, you know.
Okay.
No, and plus you need a lot of experience, and it's rough. It's rough to get in there. So that's I kind of realized that going in, but I still give credit a lot to what I learned in college, because I use it, I think, every day. Like, it did teach me a lot about communications. Like, there's a reason I'm able to communicate with all these people. Like all these tactics that I used in school, and like things that like are in the back of my head when I'm having a conversation with someone like you or like anybody. You know what I mean? Like, ¿cuántas veces, güey, like, llega alguien, like, and then I talk to them, and then you're like, dip. You know, like, you leave. Because you're like, damn, like, I don't want to talk.
Well, I seem to have having a good time, so I'm like, I'll have a good time somewhere else.
Yeah, I just have to, like, because sometimes you have to keep a conversation with someone that maybe you don't, like, want to necessarily talk to, but you use those communication skills, and it makes it seem like, boom, you know? But, I mean, it's just things that you learn in school, and that I feel like I learned in school that helped me, you know? But did I think I'd be an educator? No. But I do think I'm going the way my life is supposed to. Like, I do, I mean, I don't know how you feel about...
Smile and wave.
I don't know how you feel about opportunity, but do you feel like all the opportunities that come your way, you try to make your best decision going forward. I'm saying this because like I don't feel like I have a regret like so far. I feel like I've done everything leading, like I've done things that were like very scary where I was like, man, I don't know if I should do this.
Drugs?
But no, it's too weird. No.
Unsafe sex?
I'm like wait. No, just in general, like just decisions that I made leading up to this point, like I can't say that I messed something up. Like I feel like I've always had the same head. This one, like brain. Like I've always had the same mentality, and I've tried to apply that to every decision that I make. Because hay veces que gente no piensa, güey, como que le da cosa,
me ha
bro.
pasado. Me ha pasado.
I'm like, son. No, pero yeah, that's just how I feel. I guess about that.
I don't think there's times where I'm like, I do wish I've done this earlier.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like, if I did it earlier, I don't think I would feel the same about it. Like, I had to be in the right circumstances to be
Right.
what I want to be.
Exactly. Yeah.
So it's like, I feel like it's late, but it's not late. Because
Yeah.
I wouldn't have the same passion for it.
But yeah. It's like I told a lot of I always tell some, like, the thing that like really like sticks with me is like everybody's on their own timeline. Like
Yeah.
like it's unfair to compare yourself to anybody else, because at the end of the day, you know yourself, but you don't know what that other person is even going through. I mean, you can just see it from the outside, as an outsider, but like you can't. It's like apples or oranges. You can't compare them because I mean, at the end of the day, they don't know you. You don't know them. So like, where people like for the longest, man, I would look around, and when I wasn't an educator and I was working at a car dealership. I don't know if you guys knew that. So I worked at a car dealership for 3 years, which was kind of shitty, but I look back on it and it did help me out in a lot of ways. Namely, I learned a lot about cars. Not like enough to like fix it or anything, right? But like things that I didn't know before, like I use them today, And then the fact was that was my first job out of college, and I couldn't find anything. My boy Fernando, shout out to him. Like, I remember I just asked him like, "Y'all hiring?" Like playing around. He's like, "Oh yeah, I can ask." And I was like, "All right," And that fell on my lap, and I was like, "You know what? I'm gonna see what it does," and it helped me. It really. It wasn't the greatest environment and this and that, and I worked my ass off there sometimes, and then other times I didn't work so hard. That's after I found out about like certain pay and shit, like the pay and shit. So I'm like, you know what? I'm not gonna work that hard. But point is, like, it really did help me a lot in life. Like, so at the time, I can look back and say, like, maybe at the time it didn't feel like the right decision, but looking now where I'm at now, I'm like, I think I had to stay there for those 3 years because I feel like I wouldn't be where I am now.
That's fair.
Yeah, and kind of like you said, I mean, you've been around a lot too, like I'm like, hola, no, I meant like you graduated high school, and then you went to the Valley, and you're up here, so you're doing your own stuff, which
right.
is cool, and you're still trucking forward.
I'll be doing hood rat shit, bro.
And that's the good thing. Like, el punto is like, what is it? The point is to finish. That's what you say, right? The point is to like, isn't that what you said?
Ahorita?
Yeah. No. Like,
you mean like my degree? Like, el punto es acabar. Like,
yeah, that's
okay,
what you,
okay,
you've said that before.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm not crazy, right? Like, I've heard you say that shit.
I'm like, I'm gonna say that right now. Like,
is it because you said it in Spanish and I said it in English? Is that what it was?
I guess. Because I always do say that, like,
yeah.
Because I always see people like, no, like I'm struggling, like I don't think I can do it. I'm like, punto acabar. Or oh no, they talk about their grades. They're like,
yeah,
fuck, like I have this B. I'm like, you're passing, bro. Like,
yeah, I mean, you're
like,
good.
El punto es acabar.
Yeah. So I mean, I didn't know this was gonna turn into a TED talk, but I mean, it does help, bro. Honestly, like, cause I was never going through something like super hard like that, but I know people that have, where they feel lost.
Nombres, bro. Who?
I'm like, you know what? Take out my phone. No, I mean,
my boy.
I feel like it's a sentiment. I mean, I don't know about you, but like for growing up in a Mexican household, like I don't talk about my problems with anybody. Like, you know what I mean? Like I had. Well, I'm one of 5. So like I can't really say that I ever talked about a lot of my issues with my siblings and stuff. Like, even though, I mean, not that I couldn't talk about it with them, but I don't know, as a guy, or I don't know if it's a pride thing, but I don't talk about stuff like that with my parents or my mom or my dad or even like close friends sometimes. It wasn't until like I think I got married and then I started telling my wife like everything. So like she's like, fuck that. Here he comes again. No,
Here come the
but
waterworks.
yeah, no. Yeah, but a lot of these issues you kind of keep them inside or feelings or whatever. So like after I got married, then like that's like where I'm like, oh, well, I'm living with someone like fuck like
You also like what's the word? You don't mellow down as you age. You
find a Shelby.
You soften up as you grow up too.
Soften up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cause like
Yeah.
I've said it before too. Like I have the same thing, but like
Yeah.
a little bit more complicated, I guess. And as I grow up, I'm like I watch movies, bro, and I'm like, damn, that shit kind of hits.
That shit
like,
kind of hit hard.
yeah, like kind of like damn, like.
Oh yeah, you said that like animals.
Oh nah, dude, animals. Like if a fucking animal dies, bro, you'll see. I'm like holding it in. I'm like, pinchando la garganta, way. I'm like, no way, don't.
Like in the
like I can't watch fucking Jurassic World, the second one, because it's a scene where like
spoilers.
if you know, you know, but like there's a scene like que si está fuerte, way, pa mí, because I'm like the first time I watched it, I'm like,
yeah.
puta madre.
You're like,
sí, way, like
I fucking hate those movies because like it hurts like my jaw or like my throat because you're
trying your best to
you're
like,
trying to hold it back. You're just like, damn, like this shit hurts, bro.
Like
like,
Avengers Endgame, bro.
Yeah, dude.
You know, like
you know what? Now thinking about it, yeah, like it's funny because I make fun of my wife for this because like she cries with anything, bro. Anything remotely emotional, you know. Bro, I can't even like levantar la voz here. She thinks like I'm yelling at her. I'm like, ¿qué? No dije nada. Like she's like, it's because I just think it's funny how no, but in general, yeah, like she's more emotional. But like I guess that's what I mean. Like you know, you don't talk about all your things, you know, because that's just how I grew up. Like,
you're raised a certain way. Like.
Yeah, my parents too. Like I don't talk to them like that, you know. So a lot of people keep this shit inside, and they only have themselves to talk to. I mean, that's why a lot of Mexicans I heard or Hispanics like go to therapy. You go to therapy?
I've told you about this.
Really?
Yeah.
What?
We were talking about it on the pod too.
We did?
Saul makes fun of me for it.
I'm like, that's why I don't talk about it.
First day that shit came up.
Yeah.
No me acuerdo que estás hablando. Arturo was like, Saul was like, you go to therapy for that? And I'm like,
Chivato
Chivato
culero.
Like, no remorse, bro.
Yeah, like the first day I tell you guys. Like, shit. No, that's cool. Did you use like the school? Because I've been seeing the TikToks about those where they're like
school gives you therapy
like
for free.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like it's like when you use the school's therapist or whatever, it's like, yeah, man, so like I said,
they're more like counselors, no?
Yeah,
I don't know the difference, but
well, I don't know, you could talk to them. So it was just the meme is like, you know, like you're talking to them or whatever, and they're like, yeah, bro, like I said, like if you sad, bro, like just like not be sad, you know.
Yeah.
Like, you're just sitting there like,
no, I've seen one where Franco Escamilla talks about it because apparently he's going to therapy too.
oh, okay.
And the therapist will be like, well, have you talked to your friends? He's like, why would I do that?
Yeah.
Like they're idiots just like
yeah,
me. They're
exactly.
They're like, man, esos consejos pendejos. Like,
I mean,
no estés triste, güey. Like,
sí, güey.
like,
I mean, we've kind of said this in the mariachi, just playing around, right? You just be like, yeah, bro, I'm kind of depressed. Like, you depressed, bro? Like, Arturo is like, just be happy, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, thanks, bro. Like,
that's not how it works, bro. Like,
but, I don't know. I guess it's just the way you grow up a little bit. You're just like, shit.
No,
man.
pues sí, I mean, I mean. ¿Qué pronto?
No, but yeah. So, I mean, yeah. How did we get on this subject? How did we get so deep so fast?
Oh, I was talking about you when you were younger and your views.
I'm like, damn, bro. Like, y como les decía, güey. No, but yeah, I mean, 'cause I'm getting old, bro. Like, I turned 28 this year. You turned 20.
I'm 25 this year. 26 is
Oh, it's not until February, right?
Yeah.
Damn. Shit. No, but yeah, I mean, I think the later and now that you get older, I think it's better that now that when you're getting older, you realize all this now. Like looking back, like none of it really. Yeah. Like I said, it all feels like it's led up to this, and I don't feel like I'm done. Especially like with this, even with this podcast, like I said from the beginning, it wasn't even an idea to take it anywhere, and not that it's huge or anything like that. And I don't know what it will lead to eventually. But it's more like we want to share these things with like people that listen and like really actually like fuck with what we do, which is mariachi. But at the end of the day, I mean, we all kind of live similar lives as either like Mexicans or Mexican Americans or just Hispanics in general that play music,
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, it's just similar experiences. I think that's kind of what we're going for right here.
A huevo, a huevo.
Yeah.
No, sí, claro.
Oh yeah.
100%.
Yeah. No, so that's the episode. No, don't think that. No, but what? How do we segue all of that into what we did?
Well, I
This
mean,
week?
we were talking about mariachi. It counts.
No, I'm saying how do we segue?
It's
Like,
válido.
how do we like?
So Thursday,
Oh yeah, okay. So Thursday,
Right.
good day.
we had a lot of work.
The little kid.
Fucking kid, man.
So Sifu Shack, we've been playing. He's been coming like más seguido, no?
Yeah.
Or did I just not notice
it's
him
like
when he
this
was?
lady and his kid, which he looks. If you've seen Shrek the 4th or the 3rd, he looks like one of the baby Shreks.
I remember you told me you were all like Shrek the 4th or Shrek the 4th or whatever, and I'm like,
Like put the little ears on him and paint him green. I thought way.
El Chiquillo.
Shrek Junior.
He's the same height too. He's little.
Yeah, he's tiny.
He's little.
And he's a fucking menace now. Like
Yeah. Okay. So like this kid, he can sing, bro. Honestly, like
yeah, and he has a good ear. Like
Yeah.
he knows how to find his pitch.
there was the first time I remember we played with him. Es un chiquillo, it's just a little kid. Like literally comes with his mom, and his mom tells him to come up here and sing with us. Which I think the first time we played Muchacha Azul, or sorry,
La Mochila.
La Mochila Azul. I got confused with the other one. When La Mochila Azul, we played it and it wasn't in his key. So I remember like halfway through the song when we came around pa la música, we adjusted and he was good. So he had been singing it in tune, even though we were out of tune. Like he sang it right the whole time. But then when we got to him, we're like, oh, okay, pues ya quedó. But that's when I realized, the kid sings good. For being, he's got to be like elementary age. He's elementary. He looks younger than my little sister. My little sister's in 5th grade.
It's gotta be like
The chiquillo way.
9,
He's not in.
8.
Yeah, so he's elementary age. But I mean, he knows these songs by memory. He doesn't have a phone or nothing. Like se la está cantando así. So that's cool. But he, like you said, he's a little menace, dude. He so like it kind of that doesn't piss me off, but it's annoying when like the whole restaurant will clap for us like real half-assed after songs. And then some little kid goes up there and sings, and then it's like full house,
People start recording.
people at the World Series, like just cheering like crazy. Canelo just knocked out an opponent. Like it's that loud all of a sudden, and I'm like you guys clap. Like I
mean,
idea.
it's a kid,
I get it, but it's like, bro, we out here too, echándole ganas.
We're not as cute.
We? No.
Okay.
No, but yeah, so like they all clap, obviously, or whatever. But él ya nos estaba mandando, güey. So he was just like...
That's where like, mira. Like,
yeah, because he sang that and... Did he sing Aventurero this time?
I think it's in El Rey.
El Rey, right. And so he sang both of those back to back. And then he was walking off, and then he still heard people clapping. We're about to already go into our next song. He walks up, he's like... Dicen que quieren otra.
No, even before that, he was like, esa es la última, okay? Yeah, and I'm like,
ay, güey.
pinche niño, like...
Cuando sea tu chamba, güey, like...
That's what makes me die if I want to have kids. Because if that were my kid, bro, I'd be like, habla así, pendejo, like, why are you bossing us around like that, Like,
I'm like, damn, bro, you gonna hit my kid, bro?
Fuck yeah, I'm gonna be like...
I'm gonna be like...
Mira, güey.
I'm like...
No.
I'm gonna come up, like, holding my kid's hand, like, did you hit my son? And
I'll hit you too, baby.
yeah. Oh, do I say, yeah, I hit him. I'm like, good. He probably deserved it. I trust your judgment.
No, it's because, I don't know, it's cute and all, but he's gonna grow up to that,
Oh, yeah.
And it's like, that's what I see. That's what I'm like, pinche niño.
Like, ya tiene su modo, you know? So I was like, damn, it's a little early for you, buddy, to be going that hard,
Pinche niño.
No, but I mean, it was funny nonetheless. I mean, look, we'll see how he gets when he gets older, right?
I can't wait till he gets older, bro. Like,
he gets up, he's like, you know what I want, en fa, he's just gonna have his little attitude.
Yeah, that too. We're like, pues en qué tono? He's just in the back like, chinga. Or like, he said chiflas, but like he meant to say chinga, And
yeah.
I'm like, bitch. Like,
I'm like, dang, he already got like a
like
whole
you-
modo.
Yeah, you play.
I'm like, I don't know what he's been watching, but he's got like some mannerisms. I'm
Yeah.
like, this little kid, man, está tremendo, güey.
Pinche niño.
The planta itself was good. We had a whole lot of ¿cómo se llama? Talón. There's this guy that is always there, and he sings everything. He sings like straight up like an hour's worth of talón just by himself. Se canta todas, which is fine for me. We don't have to sing.
I just don't like that he takes a lot to pick a song.
Hell yeah, he has like a whole playlist, and he's gonna sing the same songs.
Yeah.
That because this guy comes seguido, so it's like you know what songs you're gonna sing. Just tell us.
Es muy platicador, you know. So sometimes he'll talk to Arturo and they'll be like cotorreando, but I'm like, ¿cuál güey? You know.
Yeah, and he had a whole posse that day because I told you it looked like he was trying to like sing to those girls that were there, but then you said you think that son conocidos.
Yeah.
Because it was like a group of like 4 girls, which was kind of weird. Did you notice they were wearing all black? They were all wearing like leggings and like a black tank top.
They come from work.
Yeah, okay, that's what I thought. Like ojos locos.
Yeah,
Hooters.
that's what they were. They're from Ojos Locos.
Oh, for reals?
Yeah, they came like 2 other times before. Like they always like get there and they come back and they leave like in a single file line.
I just yeah. That's because I just thought that they had like a matching.
That's what Arturo said.
Outfits.
I don't know. I'm just saying. Not that I was like, you know, like researching. I'm saying.
Right.
Even the guy said like para las damas de los ojos locos or some shit. He said something like that. So I'm like, oh, that's where I know him from. Not that I went there. I'm just saying. Like,
bro, you're implicating yourself.
Yeah,
if anything, he's like, no. Your girl's like, good.
I'm like, I don't know him. I don't know Daisy or like just fucking.
I'm like, I haven't talked to Mirna in so long. You know,
yeah,
like,
you know, like they're walking out. I'm like, oh.
Mucho gusto.
Yeah.
The whole like double kiss. Like,
I'm like, same time Wednesday. Está bien.
Fuck. Same time Wednesday.
La bueno es que mi chava no lo ve, güey, you know.
Right.
She would be like, who the fuck?
For real. But yeah, that was a planta. We played all night. Basically, we got out of there. Una tragedia, bro. Damn, I forgot about this. So Thursday. The guys that live in the freaking boonies. So I don't know if you guys know, but these guys live not in Dallas. They live in I don't want to. Well, they know on this. They live in. Should I give location? They live in the middle of nowhere. Okay, I'll just say that. So they have to drive. These guys, Arturo, Boyo, Don Luis. They have to drive from Dallas to this middle of nowhere spot where they live. It's probably already on the pod, but whatever.
Yeah.
So they live like an hour or whatever away, or 45 to an hour. So they have to drive all the way over there, but they live in the country. So wild animals appear like fucking Pokemon and shit. Like literally, bro. No, so pasó una tragedia because the next day these guys had played a misa without me. Not because, I wasn't invited or anything, but it's just like I didn't go because it was like at 1. So I was at work. Oh, was that 2? Okay, well, at 2, I was at work, so I couldn't go. So these guys had played a misa over here in Denton. And then we had burros the next day, the planta. So when I showed up, first thing I see is when I pull up to the restaurant, I see this black van, like FBI type van, like it's one of those like comfy vans that you could take to go like on a long trip and stuff like that. Because it's got like the captain chairs. There's 4 of those and like a back row seat, and then there's the 2 front ones. So it's got a lot of room. But point is, I just seen this van, and I even thought it was Flaco. Because you know how Flaco pulls up in like whatever van like to come help us? Mm-hmm. Well, I pulled up and I started walking towards you guys. How did you guys bring it up to me? I forgot how it was.
Oh, it's like you like the new van?
And then you also said like, oh, you don't know. That's what you said. You're like, oh, you don't know yet. Yeah. And I was like, wait, know what? So then you told me,
okay,
look at Pacho.
Basically, Don Luis doesn't like cows, right? No, te creas. Okay, how I found out was I got to the gig, era una misa.
Yeah.
Right? So I'm kind of waiting on the parking lot, and then Arturo shows up on his little work truck. It's like a Dodge.
Little white. He drives a little white Ram, but it's a standard. Una chiquitita,
right.
Single cab.
So he shows up, and he's like, hey, wait, let's go to the other side of the parking lot, because that's where it is. And I'm like, okay. And I noticed he has his truck, so I'm like, okay, no van. My thought was, like, I guess we have people helping us out. and then Don Mike was meeting us here. Boyo and Don Luis were meeting us there. So it was like, okay, he just brought his regular car porque he lives like 30 minutes from the place.
Right.
So we're getting out of the cars, we're walking towards the church, and he's like, "No mames, güey, ¿qué crees?" And I'm like, "No, pues qué?" Like I was clueless.
Yeah, clueless completely.
And he's like, "Oh, le pegamos una vaca ayer," and I'm like, "¿A quién?" Like, you know.
It's too late.
And he's like, "No, like we hit a cow like with the van." I'm like, "You hit a cow when?" You know? He's like, "Well, heading back from Cebu Shack, like apparently, Don Luis was driving."
He was driving.
And apparently it was a black cow, which if you don't know, cows come in different colors. They can be white.
What?
They can be white, brown, and black. Sometimes
The brown
in between.
ones didn't
They do
chocolate
not
milk,
give chocolate milk before you say that.
and then the white ones have regular milk, and the black ones sale
Strawberry
pinche.
milk, like fucking.
I'm like, I guess.
Pepto-Bismol. No. And basically, yeah, apparently this cow was like, there's some nice concrete right here in the middle of nowhere. Because when you're driving, like I guess you can call it the boonies.
The boonies.
Like it's
middle of nowhere.
it's like pitch black. It's like whatever's in front
Yeah.
of you, right?
There's no streets,
Yeah.
street lamps. I think there. I mean,
No, because
only light you have is the headlights. Yeah,
Yeah.
headlights.
So I can see it happening. I can see me hitting a cow.
Yeah.
Because even if I think the only chance you have of not hitting it if the cow looks at you, because you would see its little eyes. But even then, you'd be like, "What's that?" You know.
Yeah. I mean,
And,
so that's what he told you.
That's what happened, and then he
Yeah.
showed me the picture. They fucked up this cow.
Yeah.
Like there's a piece of meat
There
just
was
missing
chunk,
from her.
like a
Yeah.
huge chunk missing. Now, before PETA starts coming after us, like this was unintentional, like. So I found the way you found out is kind of similar to how I found out. Like you guys were like, "Oh, you don't know," and I was like, "No, what?" Because I'm already nervous because you guys like. First of all, they always fuck with me, right? Like you guys are always saying some shit, and I believe it because I'm real gullible, right? So I'm like, "En serio, way?" And then I'm all like, "Nah, not the class." I'm like, "Fuck you," But anyway, the way I found out was the same way. He, you guys, like, "Hey, we hit a cow yesterday." And I was like, "A cow? Like, no mama is like how or whoa, okay, like you guys weren't explaining shit, And then Arturo pulled out like a video that he had took. So yeah, like it looks like these guys were going like 60 miles an hour. I mean, these are country highways,
I mean, you could have gone faster too.
And
'Cause
yeah,
in
technically you
Boonies
could
is
be going
like
faster.
70, I
Yeah,
think.
these are country highways. There's no light or whatever. Well, point is, Don Luis apparently was going forward and seeing this cow in the middle. Because Boyo said the same thing. Well, Boyo's always watching like anime or some shit on his phone. So he said he was just looking down. And he looked up and he's like, "That looks like a cow." Boom! And just fucking smashed that shit. He said it happens. Well, obviously, I would think that it happens
"Move,
fast.
bitch," huh?
Yeah, like the whole front end fucked up, and then Boyo said that like when it happened, it was it was fast. He caught himself on the seat and stuff like that, and he looks to the side and he just like feels stuff get on his leg, which he thought was blood, but it was just the side windows, which like just got caved in, and boom, all that gets transferred inside the van. And so basically that's how we found out that the van died. So like me pegó, like I was like, I estaba un poste, and I was like,
Yeah, it didn't hit me like that.
like
but
it hit me like that.
I thought the van was gonna be fine for some reason. Like, how am I getting beat?
Yeah.
Like Arturo's hit a deer before, It
Yeah.
was fine.
And then that van's taking a couple bumps and bruises, and it was stuck, like
Yeah.
in mud multiple times. It's always pulled ahead, but I feel like all these 9, it eventually added up to the 9 lives. I think.
Well,
that's
no,
what
I mean, when you think about a cow, cows are like what, like 2,000 pounds?
un chingo, yeah.
Like it's like hitting a wall.
Un chingo de
essentially,
Big Macs.
What?
Like a cow. Big
Yeah.
Macs.
And when you think about it like that, okay, they basically hit like it's like kind of next to a tree, like hitting a tree or like something como un poste.
Yeah.
Like it's gonna make a dent.
Yeah.
And She was a big as dent. Like,
yeah, dude. I mean, if you're hitting something that fast head on, like te va a pegar, So
and apparently the cow was like instantly killed too, like
yeah.
from the impact. Like,
Does this hurt? Does this hurt the cow?
yeah, that's what I told her. I was like, is the cow okay?
No,
Like,
the cow was, which it was kind of sad because Arturo said he even asked if you could take it home at least. So una pinche birria con madre,
sí,
or
güey,
some
yo
shit.
te con una patita. Una patita te dura como 2 semanas.
Sí, güey.
But
Pero ya pa' qué, Because
well,
there's a lot of meat on these cows, bro. I'm just saying, He could have gone afterwards and be like, we gonna load this shit up or not. We're gonna load this shit up.
Entonces sale como un coyote, güey. Like.
Sí, nah, pues sí, güey. So, yeah, so that was that's the story with the van, man. The van is as of right now disabled.
I think they're still like looking into it.
Yeah, looking into everything. Hopefully it gets, resolved.
Up.
I hope the cow can, come up with some funds, or some shit.
Cow's dead, bro.
I'm like
his cow mom is like, where's my son?
Yeah. Oh, he ain't coming home. I'm sorry. I'm like, it's like gangs, like blood in, blood out. Like you take the van, like we're taking the calf, bro. Like I'm sorry, like.
It's like a soul for a soul.
So, yeah, exactly. So then, like when I found that out, pues sí, pues me dolió, because I was like, damn, like it's not even my van, and I'm like, that's the van though. That's our buzz.
I missed it when we were in the black van.
Yeah,
Like,
this weekend we rode in this black van that we had borrowed, which is fine, it's completely fine. But it's just you're used to what you're used to. I'm so much like that, bro. Like where if I'm already set on my ways or in my ways of stuff, like I get used to that. So like anything, you switch it up a little bit, you instantly feel uncomfortable, So when we rode in that van this weekend, that's what we used, this weekend to get around. It was way different. Like, everybody has an individual seat, instead of us having the rows. And, like, we're even almost, like, more, like, blocked off in a weird way. And it's more cramped, obviously. So it felt completely different. It's crazy how, like, you take away the van from that equation, and now, like, it felt completely different. It's wild. Because I think since I started in this group, like almost 10 years ago, like I think they've always had a van.
Yeah.
So like it's very different. I was just like, damn, man, like por eso me dolió, güey. I was like, so many memories. And then Boyo brought up the fact that he's like, oh, because I've already said this on the pod. He's like, damn, Sammy, I guess like you won't have like your seat that you've already marinated and softened up with your ass. And I was like, no, like he reminded me of that because it takes work to get it there. Y'all think that it comes like that? Like, no, that ain't factory, bro. Like that was me, putting in work.
That was personality put in there,
Sí, güey, like ya olía a mí, like. But like it already had, like the padding, right from my ass, and it's not gonna be there anymore. If prayers to the van, like we might set up a GoFundMe, like, just to help out the van,
If not, we'll have a memorial,
Yeah, a memorial service that you guys can bring
at the junkyard.
Todas las mariachi vans of DFW show up, pay their respects, But hopefully, todo se resuelve. How do you say resolve in Spanish?
Se resuelve, yeah.
That's it? Okay, so yeah.
Una pronta recuperación,
Yeah, exactly. Prayers for our recovery. Pero ahí. This weekend was fine. We played on Saturday. We played at this. We had a church, which no pasó nada. It was pretty chill. We then had a 2-hour gig. No, an hour and a half. Sorry. It was a wedding, which we were kind of bossed around by the wedding planner a little bit. Like she was just kind of telling us what to do. It's one of those gigs.
Yeah.
Very Austin. They gave us breaks. They said you guys could come back like whenever. Like they never were really giving us times. It was just like when the planner said, "Okay, y'all can go." I guess. Like damn.
Oh yeah, she looked at me. She was like,
"Oh, she told you."
Yeah, and then I was like, Arturo, like,
yeah.
Like, what am I gonna do?
Yeah. Exactly. It's like we're not the boss. You can't make those executive decisions.
Yeah.
So no, but it was fine. I think the girl was Mexican, right? I think it was her family that was Mexican.
Yeah.
And then the guy was white, so it was like a mixed family. The Mexicans were the only ones that were like loud or louder.
Yeah.
They were actually cheering and getting into it. White people. I was even thinking this. I was like, the grip that Can't Take My Eyes Off of You has on the Mariachi community is pretty wild. Like,
Well, thanks to that, was it Mariachi Internacional de Mexico?
I've never heard an arrangement by it.
Yeah, that's what
That's
we
the
all
one that
got
we
it
all
from.
play? Oh, really?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
Internacional.
Cause like, yeah, that's like the one song that we will play, you know, to cater to people that don't speak Spanish.
I'm pretty sure it's them.
I don't know, but like it works every
Yeah.
time. Cause like we've been playing, you know, we even play Jarabeta Batillo, which, you know, the Mexican hat dance or whatever, and people didn't react to that, you know. But then we play Can't Take My Eyes Off You, and there's people over here like dancing along to it, and I'm like, oh, ese se la saben, like, you know, y esa mamá que, you know, like they actually know how to sing that one, and they recognize it right away. That, or when we play like the one song by the Beatles when we add it with La Bamba, it's the Twist and Shout.
Oh, so.
That one, they're all like, oh yeah, I remember being in the '60s and listening to this shit. You know? I was 18 years old when I listened to this. But yeah, it was pretty cool. We had that gig. Then we had a.
The fuck?
¿Qué teníamos, güey?
We went to that one place. With the
Point
people.
Bank.
Yeah.
The official bank of
Pilot Point.
the Boonies.
Yeah.
Over there.
I'm surprised we didn't play for. You know what? Okay, that's where Arturo lives. Okay, he lives in Pilot Point. Address is.
Write it down. Write it down. Write it down. Write it down.
I'm like, I can't keep going with this facade, bro. Like, we gotta tell
That's
him.
a big word, bro.
Thank you.
Yeah.
But point is, we only go to this salon in Pilot Point.
There's only one. Like,
Yeah.
that's
No, there's
the only
two.
salon. There's another one?
I think so. No, we played somewhere else around there, or Aubrey. Aubrey has one.
Yeah, uno chiquitito.
Yeah.
Yeah, over there by the downtown square.
Yeah.
The downtown square is literally just a square.
One street.
Yeah, it's one street. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, but
we only play in this area because Pilot Point is very
a small.
Caucasian, so no
Yeah,
Mexicans ask for mariachi there unless it's Arturo's family.
Yeah, every time I pull up
every time
there.
we play there,
Yeah.
like last time we played there was for Arturo's niece's quince.
Yeah.
Before that, it was like that little kid's birthday,
Yeah.
and before that, it was like someone.
One time we
else's,
played for Arturo's grandma there.
right
Yeah, so we played several times at this place.
for Arturo's family. So this was new for us, you know, like it was they were Arturo's friends.
One of them was a friend. I don't think he knew.
Eran conocidos. Because even Paco had friends there.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yeah.
someone knew him, right?
So like it was weird because I expected to see like I don't know, like Chino's mom.
Somebody
like,
that you
yeah.
know, yeah. It's always someone that we know there because it's most likely it's family. It's just who the hell lives over there? It's mostly just them. Like,
Yeah.
I guess they run that town or whatever.
They're like
so-
1/4 of the population.
Yeah, honestly. So like, I would think that they would know everybody who's there. And yeah, sure enough, they pulled up. They're like, "Hey, ¿qué pasa?"
Yeah.
And that's just how it is, you know. Yeah, well, but we played an hour and a half there. Lady's birthday. It was like a surprise.
Yeah.
They turned off the lights y todo, and I was like, because everybody's like whispering. I'm like,
Yeah.
bro, you're supposed to, because it took forever to take off her blindfold.
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, just yank that shit out. He was over there like untying it, and I'm thinking if I'm blindfolded, like I'm already thinking, okay, I can't see, but I'll listen. I'm like, because this is a surprise for her, right? So they were walking into the salon. She doesn't know what she's gonna, where she's going or nothing. She didn't know there was a party, right? Maybe she assumed it, but since this guy's taking forever just to take off the blindfold, I can hear everybody whispering. And then when she was walking in, someone opened a beer, bro. You ever hear that shit? Someone was like, you know, I'm like, cállate, like,
Sorpresa.
yeah, sorpresa, way. Like, I'm like, your own guest can't like can't behave. Like, what makes you think that we are? You know, like I don't know. It was some shit. I just hear like, wait, espérate, cabrón. Like, no mames. It was Arturo. He's like, my bad.
Like, tres, cuatro.
Yeah. So I mean, it was fine though. We played an hour and a half and got out of there. And then we went to the last one, which if you guys kept up with the story, if you guys follow us on Facebook or Instagram, we went to Incredible Man's house. First time since November of last year. Which the last time we got there, like I said, we got stuck. It was cold. You know, it was not the greatest of times. You
This
know,
time it was better weather.
it was better weather. It was still hot.
It was next to the house.
Yeah, he bought this new piece of land, so we played out there, and we played for his girl, and we played like outside, but it didn't feel too bad. It was hot or whatever, right? But it was okay. We played there 2 hours, and it turned into 3 hours, so we spent a good long time there. And now everybody there, ya nos conocen and stuff like that. And then Incredible Man's brother is like this huge dude who could just pick up Arturo like a fucking rag doll. As soon as he saw him, he's like, what does he call him? Chiquillo or Chiquito?
I forgot.
He
calls him something.
There's a name that he uses. Hey, Chaparro.
Yeah.
He's like, hey, Chaparro, ven acá. And he like demands it, which is like wild. So he just says like, ven pa acá. And he's like, he's just like, dude, he squishes him. I'm like, wait, like, déjalo, wait. He starts to pay his way.
It reminds me of that scene from Finding Nemo where he gets stuck in the dentist's office.
Mm-hmm.
And that girl with the braids walks in and like she kills every fish apparently.
Yeah.
Because she gets very excited.
Yeah,
so
she shakes it. Yeah.
And then the fish is just like.
Yeah, no more.
That's Arturo after he's like.
Bro, it's like that book. Did you ever? I don't know if you read, but of Mice and Men.
Mice and Men. That's a sad book.
Yeah, it is. He had to. It'd be your own bros.
Well, I mean, he was kind of like saving him.
Well, yeah, but spoilers, bro. Like. Yeah, book from the 40s and 50s. Right?
Yeah, bro.
Well, anyway, it's like that. He just grabs him and throws him around like he's a freaking ragdoll. But we played there the 3 hours, and
you know the crazy shit that happened there. Here's what we get for playing in the boonies, cause that was the boonies too. That was like out of nowhere, except near Dallas.
What was the nearest? Kaufman is like the nearest like town or whatever.
That's like the nearest neighbor, bro. Like,
yeah,
it's the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, it's far out from Dallas, like south east of it. Like,
I thought it was southwest. No, yeah, you're right, southeast.
Never eat soggy waffles. That's how I remember it.
No, yeah, but I was thinking more of like towards Grand Prairie, but it's towards.
Yeah, it's towards the other way.
Yeah. So we're playing there, and I don't have a problem with bugs too much. Like I see a bug. If it's in my way, I kill it, right? That's what you do. Or I let them go. It depends. If you're in my house and you're a bug, I'm sorry. You gotta go. Like, yeah. And usually, like, there were, like, mosquitoes there and, like, little, like...
Yeah, they started coming out of nowhere. Yeah.
Because one came at me, like, it was, like, a little...
I saw it.
Those ants that fly.
Yeah,
it was just, like... Zzz, I'm like...
Yeah. I did the same thing. I saw it coming towards me, and I went, like, fucking Matrix. But I saw it, like, coming at me, like, charging, bro. Yeah. I was like,
maybe because we're so oily, they see, like, the reflection of the light. They're just like...
No me quiero ver, güey. Voy a peinar, güey, nomás.
Point is, I don't mind those. Mosquitoes, okay, kill it. But this thing landed on my neck, right? And I feel like patitas crawl. So I'm like,
fuck.
So I was like, okay, it's a spider. You know, I don't have a problem with spiders. They're tiny. Just get it and then squeeze. That's all you do. I squeezed it. I grabbed it, right? Because it was at the end of the song, thankfully. Yeah. It was at the end of the song, tan tan, and I'm like, that's not what's going on. Like, it landed on my neck, I'm like, right? Yeah. And I grabbed it, and I squeezed, and no pasó nada. So I'm like, what the fuck? So, like, I'm kind of, like, pressing on it now, because I can't let go of it. If I let go of it, I don't know what it is. Yeah. Maybe it'll crawl away. Or crawl into my traje, you know? Yeah. So Arturo kind of looked at the little feet. I guess he's an insect expert, because he's like, he looked at the feet, he's like, is that a tick, bro? And I'm like, no, it's got to be like a spider. And he's like, bro, I think it's a tick. And he's like, a ver. So he put his hand like in a little cup, and I'm like, mira, wait. And then like I was doing this, I was trying to mush it up. Yeah. Para que se muera. Yeah. Because I thought it was a spider, so I'm like, tengo las patitas. And then this fucking tick, she starts like, oh, like
it's just doing this, right? Because they had long ass legs, yeah. So they're like little patillas, you know, like.
And they look like a dog tick, like what? If you look up tick, it's like the first picture you see. Like,
what they look like.
They have like a little like triangle shape, and they have like
the hook arms.
Yeah. And Arturo like, dude, good job, like it's a tick. And I'm like, I got like this fucking goosebumps, bro, of like but disgust at the same time. I'm like, cause even in like in Mexico they tell you like ticks are bad. Like they give you like Lyme disease, and like they make you like sick if they stay long enough on your
skin.
Yeah. So I got like this fucking urge of like I wanted to take a shower, but like fucking drink cloro or something, you know, pa matar whatever like that shit gave me.
Yeah.
It never got to bite me because like as soon as it landed, I'm like, oh shit, and I got it. But no mames, güey. Like imagine that shit going in my suit. I would never find it again.
You never find it. Hasta que te bañas esa noche, you know, or something. You know, you go home and you're like, what's this?
Or imagine it being like somewhere I can't reach, like my back or something.
You'd have to ask like your mom, like, hey, can you look back there? And she's been like, oh, you know, yeah, that's rough, bro.
But yeah,
they get in where the sun don't shine, bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like you could never find it.
Swiggity, swiggity, swiggity.
Abajo de un huevito, it's just like.
He's like, kill her. He's like, come at me, bro.
Aquí está con madre, güey.
He's like, it's sweeter over here. Nah, dude. I told you, like, I've had a tick on before, like, and it freaked me out because they go under your skin, bro. Like on dogs, that's what they do. So they do that to a uno, you know. You gotta like break the skin and pull it out because it's holding on to you.
Oh no, you're supposed to grab it with tweezers. You twist and then you pull.
No, I grabbed it, bro. Like con los dedos, and I was like, I just pulled really hard. I didn't know what it was. I thought it was like a spider or something, you know, at the time. And then my mom was like, yeah, es una garrapata. And I was like, no, mom.
I don't know. I felt ashamed. Oh, I would feel ashamed too if like a tick got on me. Like where you have to be that a tick was like, damn, you look pretty cool.
Yeah, you thick as fuck, bro. Let's do this, you know.
And then they get so fat.
Yeah.
When they've been there for a while,
sucking all the blood.
They get so. Oh no.
See,
I'm just glad I caught it, man. If that shit went in me,
yeah.
I'm like, ooh, me muero.
So what'd you do after? You just like threw it or what?
Arturo killed it. Because I put it in Arturo's hand. Because Arturo has like no fucking fear, I guess.
He really doesn't.
Because like I said, I don't mind bugs. But when it comes to like specific types, like wasps or like ticks or what else? Centipedes are scary too.
Centipedes are scary. Or like the millipedes.
Yeah.
There's too many moving parts, bro. Put them away. Like
I'm scared of like las tijeritas. Because those have bit me before.
Oh, the pincers?
Yeah. Like they bite you with their legs apparently.
Ooh.
They give you like a really strong hug and they're like
won't let go.
But yeah, that's what happened to me at that gig.
Yeah, so it was rough. Those things were rough. But after that, like I said, they're chill people, so like the rep doesn't stop, and it got us to the end of the 3 hours, and it's already late. It's like
we finished like at 2.
We finished at almost 2. And then I thought we were gonna leave right away, but I was hungry, bro. Like, did you eat after, or did you go straight home?
Food.
Yeah, okay, so you went straight home. My plan was to go to Wada.
Yeah.
Because I was like, bro, I'm fucking starving. But then Incredible Man was like, yo, los voy a hacer unos tacos. We're like, no, like we might leave, and he's like, no, los voy a hacer los tacos, and I'm like, métanse. Like I'm like, fuck, okay.
Even though Arturo, like,
yeah, who are we to like argue with like the world's strongest man? You know, like, so like we went inside and he's just whipping up tacos for us, and they were all right. You know, la salsa, it was spicy. I was like, damn, I fucked up, but it was good. It was really good. But like usually like I tasted a little bit, but I was hungry, so I was chorreando. I was like, oh wait, shit, out of context. Salsa.
Yeah.
Estaban buenos, and it freaked me out a little bit because he was like, CharroBeans, and I'm like, what? And he's like, no, get in CharroBeans, and I'm like, because it was you and me sitting next to each other, so I was just like, does he know, bro? You know?
I think he does know.
I don't know. Okay, he kept hinting at it because he said it multiple times.
No one says CharroBeans. It's frijoles
charros. Yeah. And that's what I'm saying. He kept hinting at it because he was like, yo tengo este chaparro en el Facebook. Yeah. He was talking about Arturo.
Oh, that too.
And we tag him on stuff, you know?
That too. Apparently, he calls everyone chaparro. Because he called that one guy chaparro.
Was he shorter than him?
Everyone's shorter than him. That's the point.
True. That's true.
Arturo's like, ¿Quién cabrón? We're all short compared to you.
Yeah.
And then Don Mike was like, no, but he said something about me.
You?
Yeah.
The guy or?
Don Mike.
Don Mike said something?
He's like, I think he said something along the lines of like, nombre ni el Victor lo alcanza, you know? And I'm like, why you do me like that, bro? Like, out of all of us.
Yeah. Like, but yeah, he kept hinting at it because he also like, he freaked me out because like he said CharroBeans like 3 times.
Yeah, he said it a lot. And then he said he's seen you on Facebook. He's like,
yeah.
He's like, ¿te acuerdas de esto, no? And I'm like,
yeah, he's like, yo te he visto en el Facebook. And I'm like, fuck. Like, he's going to find the episode where we don't talk bad about them, but I mean, we're talking about their life technically. Because sometimes we're like, I'm a little worried that someone's gonna find the pod and be like, good, you know. But at that point, it's like it already happened, bro. Like,
There's people that find the pod and tell my mom.
oh really?
They told her about the time that I talked about que me regañó.
¿Cuál de todas, güey?
Yeah, which if you're hearing this, motherfucker, you're like les digan quién les dice eso, güey.
I know. Dude. Well, I don't know if my mom still listens to it, but she'll bring up things like periodically that I've said on there. I'm like, damn, like you listening, like.
She's like, I took notes. Like,
yeah, it's like, what's this? What's this? But yeah, that was that kid.
He did bring up the last time too. He told us, he's like, no, que se atoraron, no, and allá afuera.
Yeah.
And he's así.
Yeah, he knew about it. Yeah.
And then, oh no, he was there.
Right.
Still away.
I'm like, he's the one that pulled this out. Yeah.
But
right.
I don't know if we talked about it, but he was drunk.
He was very drunk. Yeah.
And then he talked to us like we didn't know. He's like, no, hombre, ese día no. Estaba bien pinche borracho. And I'm like, we know, bro.
We know. Like you were falling. Yeah.
You were really concentrated.
Yeah.
Like, trying to like.
He left at that because I told him like, yeah, you were like messed up, but like you were over here like in the Bobcat, you know, like you were in Star Wars or some shit, like todo concentrado, you know, like on what you were doing. But he pulled us out, you know, it's como quiera, but. He's like, yeah, bro, I was fucked up.
Yeah, we were like, you think, bro?
I could smell it, bro. Like, but it was cool. We got out of there like super late though. Like I said, like we were so far from the cars. We didn't get to the cars till like 3 a.m. I didn't get home till like 3:30, 3:40. Yeah. I went straight to sleep, dude. I felt so gross that day, and I was so tired that I just went to sleep.
I felt gross because of the tick.
Did you shower?
Yeah.
You showered
twice.
You scrub hard?
I washed my trigger.
Oh, shit. I need to wash mine still. Like, I just put it up because I was just like, I was done. I was already like, I'm tired. Like, you know, I was in tarde, you know, or whatever. And the PTSD of the freaking, your destination is on the right. Like, when I heard that on getting to the cars, yeah. So I heard your destination on the right. I'm like, oh, yeah. So, todo norteado, you know, or whatever. But we made it through the weekend. Long weekend. We played, I think, a total of like 7.5 hours. Like, well, with yours would be like 8 hours, I guess.
Hell yeah,
you know, plus the planta. So I mean, it's not easy. We'd be out here just doing the thing, you know. But we did a good job. Let's get into Charro Chat really quick. Thank you for all of you guys that are sending in questions. These are always really good. We try our best to answer all of them. Right now we're running out of time, so we're gonna get through this pretty fast. Salvador says, if every mariachi group was a drink, what drink or flavor would they be? What do you mean, like the professionals?
Maybe. I think.
I don't know much about drinks though. Does he mean like the liquors?
We could do liquors.
Okay. I know we're like a Four Loko. Che desmadre,
Nah. We're like un Don Julio 70, you know, that's what we are.
Why?
Because we look good, pero somos un desmadre. You know? Like we walk in, but towards the end, you're like, these guys are kind of crazy.
That's it? Okay.
Yeah.
And then what about the other ones?
I don't know.
If every mariachi group was a drink. Okay, what would Vargas be? I think they would be like something top notch. I don't know, top shelf. You know, like.
I mean, I don't know the cheaper stuff. Maybe like that Don Julio Añejo, because they're so like aged.
Okay, yeah, they're aged. Yeah, that makes sense.
Or that 42, 42. Don Julio 42.
Sure, you know more than I do. And then who else is up there? Noventa Tecuhhlitlán is like another tequila.
I picture them being like a scotch. I don't know why.
Fancy.
Like yeah, but like nice very. Scotch. But at the same time, it's like very strong. It's very like good quality. You know?
Okay.
I don't know. That's what I think. That's what I picture when I think of him.
Sol. I see him like
una bucana.
I was gonna say like a cognac.
Why?
I don't know. Like I feel like cognac is a little bit.
Have you had cognac?
No,
it's
but
disgusting.
Yeah. Well, it's like what would you say right now? A brandy, or
I said scotch.
Scotch. No, before that.
Bucana.
Isn't that?
It's para los fresas.
But it's cognac.
That's what Arturo drinks it. Oh. I think it's whiskey and cognac. It's like a
Okay, well
mix.
then it's Bucanas or cognac. Can we say that? Is that
I don't
legal?
know. Sure.
Sure. Okay, and then Camperos is like
Huh.
Camperos is like a I don't know.
Um.
I don't know a lot about drinks. That's just like messing me up here.
Probably like a Northern Julio.
Whatever bottle is the one with the blue on it, the big fancy bottle of tequila. You know
Oh, I know what you're talking about. I don't know what it's called. I know what you mean. Like it's white. It
it looks like
ceramic.
a flower vase.
It looks like ceramic.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay, that one. I don't know. This is too complicated of a question.
We don't drink.
How I think often I think you've asked this already. How often do y'all use sound system when playing? Just depends on the venue. Obviously, if we want to project,
Or what the client wants.
or what the client wants. Like last week, where they were like, "Necesito que traigan bocina porque no se oye nada," and I'm like, "Oh shit,
Like,
all
damn it,
right."
boy.
But usually we make that judgment as soon as we walk in. If we see if we're in the backyard, we may get away with just us playing there. But if it's a big backyard party, then maybe bring out the speakers and stuff like that. You know. Any tips on dealing with anxiety right before gigs? Affects my performance a bit at times.
Shit un shot.
Victor does that sometimes. I feel like sometimes you just take the shot to kind of like loosen you up a
Yeah.
little bit. You do that. I feel like not like in an abusive way. It's just like like I don't know. I feel like drinking is such a stigma sometimes. That's why like I have to say that. But I mean like sometimes you'll just be chilling and you're like, and when they offer you one, you're like, you know what? And
Yeah.
I feel like it does loosen you up. Like shit, I've even done that, and I don't even drink, cause like everybody's drinking, and sometimes I'm like that bored or that like straight that I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna take one shot, you know? And I'll take one, and that's like the only thing I drink all night. You know, it's just kind of like, cause honestly, I don't drink, but when I do drink a shot, I feel that shit. Like in my bloodstream, because I think my blood is even like vámonos, güey. Yeah, because it's not used to that. Like it's used to like water or sugar or like a Monster or whatever. But the eso, and then you get like literal like alcohol, and it's like, oh, you fucking wild, bro.
Who the fuck are you?
I'm like, damn, we in the same body, bro? Because like this is new. Do y'all have names for your instrument?
I don't.
I used to. I used to name. I have a couple of the names I had was Fiona. I had Frankenstein. I had Tommy. I used to have this red. Oh, shout out to Ricky. He has that one, the Meras. I called that one Cherry because it was like it had a cereza color. I like it. Yeah, it was really pretty. I called that one Cherry Valance from The Outsiders. If you read that book in school. Yeah, but I kind of stopped giving them names.
Because it never lasts. You always sell them.
Well, I mean, I've had these for a while now, and they're still here. You know.
I notice I don't give any nicknames.
To anything.
Even to like my cats, they have names, but I'm like onta la gata
That's it.
or like onta la gatilla because I have two. So I'm like,
yeah.
or like when I talk to you about it, I'm like
Yeah.
the little one
Yeah.
or like the big one. I'm like,
That's how you say it. Yeah, that's true. That's why I don't even know their names. I didn't want to like Marcia or
No,
what is it?
the little one is Misha,
Okay, I was close.
which is she was born in June, right? So I want to call her
Okay.
Juno because I think that's a cute name.
Juno. Yeah.
But my mom was like, I can't pronounce that.
You know.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. So she's like, let's call her Misha, and then she can't say that either. So I'm like, what was the point?
Yeah.
Juno was a cute name,
Yeah.
and then the big one is called Kayla.
Kayla.
Yeah.
How do you spell that? K
K-E or K-A.
A K A.
Well, it was K-A-Y-L-A. Kayla.
Kayla.
Like in
yeah.
English.
Okay, so yeah.
But the bat fucked it up. She put like con una.
Oh no, mama, so
Yeah.
it's spelled Kayla,
Yeah.
Kayla or whatever. Kayla. No, yeah, those some names that I've had. Longest time y'all waited for something Charro related. Waiting 7 months for a gala set. Oh, waited 7 months for a gala set. Yeah, it's true. When we talked about this with Roberto, that's why it was set with from Vargas because he said that he had a suit done in a day. Which is like fucking wild. I mean, I get it. He's top notch player that plays with Mariachi Vargas, you know, so obviously this can be done. I can't really relate too much to that. I mean, trajes are always like on a
something
1
like
month
Charro
to,
related.
yeah, so like one. That's what I'm saying. Like
You wait a while for
suits.
the
Well, yeah, I was gonna
first
go
one?
into that. So like a traje for me has always been like a month to like 2 or 3 months. But then my vihuela, for sure, that shit took a while. It was like, when did I order it? I got it like in December, so it was almost like 6 months. I think that I waited for that Roberto Morales vihuela at the time, you know, and it was a custom order, so they started it from scratch. So I mean, it took a while to get to my house, and that's the thing. But 7 months for some gala is pretty wild, honestly.
Yeah.
And sometimes it makes me think, like, is it just because they're that busy, or are they just like putting it off and they're working other shit or whatever? You know,
I think sometimes like they just not great at
keeping tabs of it.
Yeah.
Because I mean, that's how it is with Roberto Morales' factory. I mean, I don't know how it is now, but I mean, they would tell you straight up. Back then it was worse because they would tell you, yeah, in 2 months you'll be ready, but then it took 6 months to get it. So I'm like, just tell me. So like the last time I called the shop just to see how much it would cost and stuff, they said, yeah, they're pretty backed up, so you probably won't see it for a while. So that's why I started buying them used. I was like, it's just doesn't make sense to wait for one at this point. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna wait more than half a year just to wait for a wooden instrument to get here. You know, like
Right.
so. But yeah, that's probably the longest I've waited, like 6 months for something. So 7 months is pretty wild, honestly. And then let's get into some Charro confessions.
There's none.
Dude, this is so good. I need to show this on camera. If you didn't follow the story, that's Alejandro Fernandez and a guitar player, or a guitarron player, and then this is my boss with Saul.
I want the context of that
It's
picture.
huh?
I want the context of that picture.
I took a screenshot of it, so it's on video.
Oh, it's a
So-
video?
Yeah, it's a video.
Oh
yeah.
shit.
So I'll show you later. I'm like in el oscurito. The only confession was this, bro. Of Victor looking mighty cute with the beard, no homo. I told you, bro. Just let it, you know, like get nice and bushy. You look like Drake.
No, I think a month or two more and then I'm gonna shave. Can't do beards, bro. I'm just doing it just 'cause I want to see like how long it can go.
I mean, it's only been a couple weeks, no?
Yeah, 3 weeks.
3 weeks? Damn, that just made me really sad. In 3 weeks, it'll look like I'm just dirty. Like no me bañado, you know? Like,
Right.
the only thing that grows for me is this and this.
Your
And
mom was like, "Tienes mugre." Like,
yeah, and I'm like,
chinga.
Mama, please. Mama, please. I'm like, yeah, but I mean, your shit grows in good. You just gotta like leave it. Let's take a vote if they would like
Let's do
to
it.
beard or no beard. You know,
Do
it's
it,
like
bro.
that show, like Deal or No Deal, but it's like beard or no beard.
I'm like, do it, bro. Do it.
Well, that's it. That's episode 95.
Thank you guys for watching.
Thank you guys for watching this podcast episode. If you enjoyed what is going on here so far, I hope that you do. I hope that you like or subscribe or share, comment, keep watching, keep supporting us in any way that you can, and we'll
Please.
do our best to keep going.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we're busy. We be busy, bro. Like we're both really busy people, honestly.
We out here just living.
Trying to follow our dreams. Don't let your dreams be dreams. Just do it.
O sea, y no te duermas, güey. Despierta, cabrón.
Yeah. So that's the episode. You guys keep supporting, and we'll be here as well. So you guys take it easy. Have a great weekend. Hopefully you get a whole lot of work, and hopefully we do too. And that's it.
Yeah. Thank you guys.
All right.
Have a good day.
Later. Oh. Dang, you didn't even flinch, bro. Paquetón. Paquetón. Paquetón.